Hi guys! So, I got some new makeup at the drugstore yesterday. Played with it a little bit already today, but I decided I really wanted to film. Someone on Instagram asked me if I could do my faux freckles tutorial type thing, and I can show you the way that I do them. It's probably not the best way since I'm still kind of practicing, but I'll just go ahead and show you. And sorry about these. I actually had an allergic reaction to, I don't even know what it was, but my face got super puffy and just, oh, my eyes were so puffy. My lips actually split. Right here, I have a split in my lip from where I had, and it was crazy. My face is really red because I keep like rubbing in my moisturizer, and that's just what happens with my face. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do for this tutorial. It's gonna probably be talk through and voiceover. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There might be some false lashes in this, not really sure. May or may not, I don't know. I'm gonna be kind of reviewing a foundation I've had for a couple weeks now that I've been trying out. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to get this started. So first, we're gonna do some primer water. I love the smell of this. It just smells fresh. I have another video already edited that will probably go up before this one of like my first impressions of most of these products that I'm about to talk about from when I did my haul last time. So yes, we shall. Hey guys, I'm sorry. This is kind of where I stopped talking. I'm just gonna take my Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Pore primer, and I'm just gonna place that all over in my T-zone along my cheeks where I do get most of my pores that are the biggest. This primer is very soothing and it smells really good, but the most important part is it just conceals all of the pores that I needed to. It makes everything just a flat, clean slate for my foundation to go on later. As you see, I'm just kind of smoothing it out along my cheeks to make sure I get it all the way over. I am going to be putting it on around my nose, my chin, my smile lines, and also along my forehead just to make sure everything is covered that I want, and then I'm just going to press that in and make sure everything is covered. Now I'm going to take my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in Sand, and I'm just going to buff that all around my skin with my Beauty Blender. This Beauty Blender, the nude one, is not my favorite. I still like my Real Techniques sponge a lot better than this one. It's bigger, it's just better in my opinion. This one, I don't know, it just didn't live up to the expectations that I thought it would. Everyone seems to love the pink and the black one the most, so I think I might go out and buy those the next time I go makeup shopping, just because those are the ones that I see. Everyone says that the black one is the biggest, so I might have to get that one. I just like the bigger sponges because they cover a lot more. This one's just a bit small. I thought it would get bigger when I wet it, but it didn't get much bigger than I thought it would. So yes, pretty soon, actually, once I'm finished blending this out, I will be telling you about this foundation that I have noticed. So, and I will be talking, so the end of this talkover or voiceover I'll be coming in and out, so yes. Okay, so my feelings on this foundation are mixed. I haven't figured out how to use it perfectly yet. As you can tell, it's a perfect match for my body. It was actually matched to me with the Sephora Color IQ thing, so it's a good match. It's a perfect match for my skin tone. I have yellow undertones, which this has very yellow undertones, and I absolutely love it. Only problem is it's not full coverage, so, and I don't really care if it's full coverage or not. Sometimes I like full coverage and sometimes I don't. This foundation, I actually like the coverage of it. It's, as you can tell, you can still see some of my little breakout spots. You can kind of see some of my acne scars, but I don't mind it. I don't. The thing is, I've tried using this concealer with it, and when I put on the concealer, it just wipes away, which kind of upsets me a little bit because I love this concealer. I've tried using this concealer on it, and I'm so low on this concealer that I can't really get much out of the tube anymore, which makes me sad as well. And I've also tried using this concealer with it. I'm gonna I don't know which one I'm going to use today. I'm going to try and figure that out. It's just this one, for some reason, you just can't let the concealer sit for some reason. It like just takes the product right off my face. That's the only problem I have with this foundation, and I'm going to have to go around it somehow. So I'm going to use this one. I know for a fact I'm going to use this one today. Alright, so this is where I cut out again and I stopped talking. I decided I was going to do one side with a little flat brush from Wet n Wild and the other side with my Beauty Blender. I will be talking about more in depth after I finished doing this, but I was having problems with this foundation and concealer combo. I don't know. I'm using the Master Conceal in Fair by Maybelline, but the only thing is, for some reason, the product likes to come up off your face, and when you try to put it back down or you try to add more product to cover that up, it just gets really spotty and it just doesn't want to cooperate. I don't know if it's just the way that this foundation sets, or maybe my doe foot applicators don't have enough product on them, because I am running out of all of my products. But I do set down as soon as I finish laying down the product. So on this side, I decided I was just going to use it straight off the Beauty Blender, and it was just a lot easier to work with, and it did set better than with coming off a brush. So I have been using it with just my sponge. And I did use a sponge for my chin, my cupid's bow, my nose, and my forehead, and it worked a lot better than before with just a brush. Sorry about the mirror. I'm still getting used to having to have a mirror. Now I have a vanity mirror behind me, so it is a lot easier. But yes, I am just trying to get used to the camera and everything. I am going to be getting a tripod soon, so hopefully the mirror in front of me will not be blocking your view all the time. Okay, so I just applied, sorry about the whole baking thing, I guess. I just applied the, I did the Master Conceal by Maybelline. And with this side, I did a brush, and with this side, I just took it straight off the Beauty Blender, and I went ahead and set it right away with my Coty Airspun powder. I did it with the sponge, the Beauty Blender, again on my chin and on my head. It looks like that if you kind of drag the product, it really picks up and you can't put it back down. It just looks funny. Still a little bit of taking off the product right here on this side. I think that has to do with the brush. For some reason, I think you can only do it with the Beauty Blender. For me, I don't know why it's doing it for me. Other people, I see so many people go ahead and just apply it straight from the concealer tube with the doe foot applicator, but I don't know, for me, it doesn't work very well. I have to use my sponge, my Beauty Blender. And what I did was as soon as I put it down, I went ahead and set it with my Coty Airspun powder. So, and as you can see, I'm baking along my nose to make sure that that stays. I also baked above my lip, but I'm just gonna go ahead and lightly, and I mean lightly, dust that off. I'm not gonna try and have it moving on me. Alright, so I stopped talking again. I'm just going to take my Maybelline Fit Me powder in 130, and I'm going to take my big Real Techniques fluffy powder brush, and I'm just going to set my entire face with this. It just adds a little tiny bit more coverage. It is the one for dry skin, so it doesn't make any dry patches appear, so I do really like this. I believe it is a little too dark now. I'm going to take my Physicians Butter Bronzer in light bronze, and I'm just going to bronze up my cheeks with a BH Cosmetics contour brush, I believe. I really like this bronzer. It's buildable, it smells amazing, it's just a really good, it's not too warm and it's not too cool, so it is a really good shade. I am going to kind of bring it down along the cheeks to kind of create a bit more of a, not necessarily sunken, but just a bit more of a definition. I'm going to take it along my temples and my forehead, and I'm also going to be doing my jawline as well, because I do have a square face, like I say all the time, and it just looks better if I apply some of that powder down there. As you can see, I'm just trying to perfect everything and go over it a few times just to make sure it's all laid out where I want it. I'm going to be contouring my, not necessarily contouring my nose, but I'm going to be bronzing it because it does make my face look a little bit more put together, but I'm using the same bronzer. Now here is my faux freckle part of the tutorial. As you can see, I'm just taking my Anastasia brow pencil in medium brown, and all I do is I just lay the pencil down and swirl. That's how I create my freckles. I just put them all over the cheeks. If I apply too much, I pat over them and just create a bit more. I do swirls. I put them all over my cheek line, around on my nose, around my nose. I even sometimes will bring them down into my smile lines just a little bit to create more of like a natural appearance. I do have natural freckles anyways. They do get covered up with foundation. I am really liking this faux freckle trend. I do really like it. I try to do it before I apply blush or highlight just because it creates a bit more even. It makes them look like they are part of my skin. I'm going to be going with my BeccaxJaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to be using Rose Spritz as my blush today. I do make sure that I pat off all of the excess just because they are very pigmented and I don't want to look like a clown, but I do love Rose Spritz as a nice blush. I'm just going to be taking some Fix Plus and applying that to my Morphe highlighter brush, and I'm going to be taking the Laura Geller Gilded Honey, which is my absolute favorite highlight, and I'm going to be applying this all over the cheeks. I bring it close to the apples of my cheeks just because I like my highlight to make it look a bit more natural. I do like the way it sits on the skin. And yes, I also bring it into a C shape, and above my brows I do my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin as well. And I'm just going to be taking that butter bronzer again and swirling it. I'm going to be using that as my eyeshadow and in the crease just to add a little bit of definition because I don't really want to go all hardcore on an eye look. I want the main focus to be along my face for those faux freckles. I'm just going in with that Gilded Honey again and putting that as my brow bone highlight and my inner corner highlight as well. It's just a really pretty highlight. I'm going to take the Stila Huge Lash Mascara and just put that along my top lashes. I am going to be applying falsies, but I'm going to be doing that off of camera because I'm not very good at doing it on camera. It takes me a lot longer than it should. This mascara is really good for adding volume and length. I'm just making sure that my lashes are on after putting them on. They are the Demi 120 Wispies. Now I'm just going to be spraying my face with Fix Plus after doing my lower lashes in mascara. Now I'm going to be taking a NYX pencil, I believe it's natural, and I'm just going to be lining my lips with this. It just keeps my liquid lipstick lasting all day, and it makes sure that it does not bleed into the around my lips. Just creates a nice sharp line. I don't overline my lips, I just make them more symmetrical on the side so they look even and more perfect than they should be, because right now my lips are uneven. One side is more fuller than the other. I don't know, it's a weird combo. I'm going to be taking my Kat Von D liquid lipstick in Bow and Arrow, which is my favorite all-time liquid lipstick, and I'm just going to be applying this all over the lips, right in that lip line that we already created, and that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. Bye!